Time to panic if you're a Jets fan?
No need to panic, but I think everything that went on last week, I think it would have been a good thing for this team to go out and get a win just because you fire your head coach, everything's going on, and they competed and played well enough to win. Two missed field goals, penalties all night, kind of summed up the Jets overall this season.
Okay, what are the Jets missing? If you were going to try to pinpoint one or two things.
It's hard to say because this team, they've played well enough to win. I think it starts with just having an understanding of situational football. You do everything right, and then it comes to the time to make the play. So I would say overall, they need to better coaching and better execution in the key moments of the game. It's not like young guys or rookies making mistakes. Some of these guys making mistakes are veteran players that they're counting on.
22 penalties. I mean, it just feels like when in doubt, throw a flag. Is that the feeling you got last night watching this?
Yeah, on Pro Football Talk this morning, I told Mike Florio the thing that kept me up all night is I kept hearing the sound of the ball hitting the upright on the field goal post and then whistles. It just seemed like every time there was a play, there was a three whistles at the end to stop it and let everybody know there was a flag down. But what I will say is the officials called the game consistently. They were calling it tight and they did it all night for both sides. So it was really up to Buffalo and the Jets to adjust their game and kind of do business as business is being done, not to continue to play the same way and rack up penalties.
But are you okay with that? They are going to call everything, but you know they're going to call everything?
Yeah, I've always felt like that. When I was a player, we used to talk about that every time we had a game in New England. Coach Belichick would come in, he would tell us who the head official was. He would tell us what were the penalties that that crew kind of focused on, whether it was offensive holding, defensive pass interference, all those different things. And then the last thing he would tell us is no matter what I tell you, the game will get decided. It'll be dictated. We need to do business as business is being done. Pay attention to how they're calling it on both sides of the ball and then adjust how you're playing. Don't just keep doing the same thing and then get mad at the referees.
Would Aaron Rodgers scare you as a defensive back if you were playing against him?
Oh, no doubt about it. I think every week we've watched him, it seems like there's one or two throws that he makes that you say, yep, that's the Aaron Rodgers we're used to. And I thought last night he was pretty good all night, throwing the ball where only the receivers could catch it. It wasn't a perfect game plan, but they were a few plays away from easily winning that game. He finds Garrett Wilson in the back of the end zone. Taylor Rapp makes a big hit on him, but then he threw an absolute dime to Garrett Wilson that ended up being a touchdown. So he still can do a lot of effective things out there on the field as a quarterback.